On our way to the Purpleberry Orchards. Overseer's office.
Maybe I could hold up my end if your people weren't sabotaging my operations.
Hello? DeWitt Hathaway.
And if sabotaging the orchards weren't enough, you had to make it personal. You really had to bust my Insta coffee maker too? The nerve.
Hold that asinine thought. Who was this armed stranger who just wandered into your office? Back up for a fight you can't finish?
What the hell are you talking about? I don't know this fella. I think it's mightily more likely that he's under your payroll. Here to burn down what you haven't already.
I'm not under anybody's payroll. Which is not to say I can't be. No, I'm not going to say that. No, I forgot. Yeah, I'm just here to investigate a murder. Go about your business.
I see. Just a visitor then. Congratulations, Hathaway. Not everyone's abandoned your orchards.
Well, shame that you're trying to change that. Anyway, sorry for the heated reception, stranger. There's just been some trouble here of late. Name's Overseeing Orchardist Hathaway, and I'm in charge of these orchards. Though it seems like certain groups, which will remain unnamed, are trying to change that. Looks like I'm stuck playing the part of customer service rep. Guess it's different from the usual, at least. Something I can do for you?
Who are you?
I'm the Overseeing Orchardist of the Purpleberry Orchards. My job is to make sure we hit our production quotas.
Yeah, he's got a bit of that Rizzo's version of Mr. Thompson look about him. I bet he thinks it's the toughest job in the company, too.
You better believe it is. Unfortunately, I also have to fight a constant battle with unproductivity. And we sure as hell ain't winning that right now. We're way behind, and with Rizzo's Spectrum Brown set to unveil soon, we can't afford to be this way for long. Hell, it'd look grim for my job even if Slug weren't trying to knock me off my perch.
Perception. I get the feeling you don't enjoy your job very much.
Where'd you get that idea? Don't I look happy? Being here is an unemployment sentence. I can't blame anyone else for any screw-ups because I'm in charge. And there's loads of direct scrutiny from the administrator. Those void-damned lab coats in R&D knew that. It was why they sent me here. I think they knew the orchards were going to start having problems too. Bastards.
Okay, so what is it you do as the Overseeing Orchardist?
Supervise, make sure produce gets where it needs to go, cry every couple days. I report directly to Administrator Ludovico, which is more than a little stressful.
All right, back to my other question.
Okay then.
You seem like the man to ask about the orchards.
Whether or not I like it, yes, that's right.
Overheard you complaining about quotas?
Yeah. Quotas are higher than ever because of the upcoming release of Spectrum Brown, but we haven't been hitting them. Frankly, it's ridiculous. Our workers are all about 30% more productive than usual. They keep getting injured, which is setting us behind. I blame the treatment Rizzo's keeps making them get.
Rizzo's is making your workers get a treatment?
Look, they don't tell me the specifics. All I know is that the workers leave their typical morose selves and come back more chipper than an automechanical woodcarver. Look at Jacob, our groundskeeper, if you ain't met him. If he were any less personable before, I'd have had him replaced with a trained canid. Now he's all smiles.
What sort of accidents have been happening?
It's like the workers all forgot their 10-minute workplace safety seminars. And that's twice as long as the next leading brand. Our people should be safety experts. And yet, I've seen folks step on open electrical wires, drop pallets on each other. One damn fool even blundered into a wasp-keto hive. Even as he died, he looked fairly pleased.
Okay, so something about these crazy treatments.
Okay, then.
We don't need to ask about Helen, because we've already done that. I overheard you mention sabotage?
Yeah. just another woe to add to the pile. In the past, the orchard subcontracted security work from Slug. You know, keep the malcontents on staff from causing too much trouble. But between the Spectrum Brown unveiling demanding all of our resources and the recent uptick in worker accidents, we just ain't got the budget for security. And, of course, Slug has decided that instead of being reasonable, they're just gonna sabotage our operations until we start paying them again.
Look at the poor Rizzo's manager, lying about Sublight to make himself feel better. Shame he skipped where Rizzo's was short on our payments months before the new unveiling.
Look, at the end of the day, it's obvious that Slug is sabotaging us. I ain't paying until they come clean.
Okay, what sort of sabotage has there been?
Oh, you know, nothing particularly troublesome. Just rogue exterminator mechanicals, opening fire on anything that twitches within 300 yards of them. We've also got a large group of new saplings, all dead from some kind of toxic substance. Poison, I'd guess. And who could forget the tower processing console, which probably just shorted out and stopped working on its own, even though it's outfitted with 3 separate backup systems?
There are a suite of explanations for what could have happened, most pointing to Rizzo's worker incompetence.
You mentioned an increase in worker accidents. I think, didn't we already ask this?
Yeah, it was what I mentioned earlier. I swear, if I didn't know better, I'd think our workers were getting hurt on purpose.
Okay, so it is, and luckily he isn't repeating himself. I can figure out what's really going on.
Thank the law, some good news. You hear that, lapdog? Truth's coming. Better fess while you still in the interrogation room.
Well, I'm sure you'd love to have a scapegoat on whom you can pin on a conscience. I suspect you'll be... But I know. I suppose it's up to your new hiree.
That starts faithful to thee, Rizzo's in our fashion. It's a faction quest. Okay. There were no faction quests on your Gorgon. DeWitt Hathaway, the overseeing orchardist of the Purpleberry Orchards, believes Slug is sabotaging orchard operations due to a dispute over protection payments to Slug. Until the cause of each mishap has been fully investigated, he refuses to come to any sort of deal with Slug. So we need to stop the exterminator automechs. According to the overseeing orchardist, Slug caused a number of exterminator automechanicals to run amok. He wants them shut down, but you could always just destroy them. What's a little extra carnage? Inspect the fried console. The orchard's tower processing console has been destroyed. Inspecting it should give you an idea of how it met its end. And investigate the dead saplings. The overseeing orchardist believes that Slug poisoned the purpleberry saplings in the nursery. Inspecting them should clear up what happened.
You're back, I see. Glad Slug hasn't managed to scare you off.
I think it's more of a wonder that nothing in these law-forsaken orchards has managed to kill them.
How's the investigation going? You got a complete report for me yet?
I'm still looking.
Well, at the moment, I can't do a whole lot with this vulture hanging over my shoulder. So I suppose you may as well take your time.
Really now? I consider myself more of a watch canid, here to make sure you don't try to run off without paying us.
There's something else you need to know?
Any leads on the nursery?
Got a lot of dead saplings that'll cost us a lot of bits. I've got a feeling someone poisoned them somehow.
What happened in the exterminator automechanical depot?
The mechanicals were hacked. They're pretty much running amok. If you could keep from destroying too many, I'd be obliged. Would save us a lot. That said, you might want to be careful. Those things are built to take on waspkitos, and waspkitos are generally tougher to kill than people. Just something to keep in mind.
Okay. Something in particular to look out for in the processing control room?
The tower processing console is completely fried. Whoever took it out must have used some kind of explosive.
think I've heard enough. I'll be back. Wide?
I'm sorry you had to come in on such a brusque conversation. Not everyone appreciates the work Slug does on Eridanos.
Especially not folk that Slug is trying to extort.
All right, it seems I need to say it yet again. We're not stomping upon your purple berries or knocking your workers off the planetoid. All we want is for you to pay your dues.
And I want you to stop setting our exterminator mechanicals loose and breaking our machinery.
This is how the conversation has gone for the last hour and a half. As you can see, it hasn't been terribly productive.
What seems to be the problem with the overseeing orchidist?
Well, he's being difficult, as you've no doubt seen. All I'm here to do is enforce an agreed-upon business relationship. But our friend here is disinclined to settle.
Don't tell me to settle. Why don't you settle?
Yes, I'll be sure to do that. I know what you must be thinking, but no, I'm not here to atomize his kneecaps. I just want Slug to get what we're owed.
Okay. Any truth to his accusations of sabotage?
If I hear that question one more time, I swear. Look, we just want to get paid. Hampering our clients' productivity is not a good way to get paid. In fact, it's bad business.
Yeah, I've worked for Sublight, so it does seem like something you would do. Are you sure? You sound a bit like an extortionist.
Do I? Didn't realize that expecting my company to be paid for its work was extortion. You should try telling that to the board. Regardless, Slug's protection service has ensured the Rizzo's has had zero problems with its shipments at the docks, and all for a reasonable price. We haven't been hostile when their payments came up short either. In fact, Rizzo's is more of a danger to the orchards than us, considering all the workplace injuries.
All right. Is this an official arrangement with Rizzo's?
Much as we love giving the bureaucrats 29% of our profits, technically not. Official contracts have some rather obscene fees and documentation. Instead, our company's opted for a non-official manager's agreement. I'm just here to make certain our friend over there pays on time.
Okay. Maybe I could pay what he owes?
You're weird. Generous, but weird. The sentiment is nice, but Rizzo's doesn't just pay money. They're also literally our meal tickets. Unless you also happen to own an orchard, I don't think you can clear this guy.
That's to get you out of what a lot of games let you just pay off the debts. Let's talk about something else.
Yes, I think we've spoken enough about that imbecile. What can Slug do for you?
I'd like to ask a little more about you.
You're welcome to. I don't have any secrets.
What's your middle name? Do you do anything other than make sure Slug's business partners pay on time?
Certainly. When I'm not out on a job, they usually stick me in the Slug mess hall. I may be a service collector, but that doesn't mean I can't make a damn fine triple pie.
All right, sounds good.
You're welcome.
Anything you can tell me about the orchards?
Nothing that you couldn't observe yourself. I try not to spend much time here. Hate the outdoors. If you haven't already noticed, these orchards are more of a wreck than even some of the cities on Monarch. Mismanagement, I suspect.
Okay.
Whew. After Emerald Vale, Amber Heights, and Bayside Terrace, I was expecting Purpleberry Orchards to be another flowery name for a shithole. But this is nice.
Yeah. Purpleberry Nut Hut.
Whoa, 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 it's Rizzo's. Welcome to the Purpleberry Nut Hut, you wonderful, wonderful customer. Thank you for giving my humble existence value.
You, doing all right?
I sure am. Good lamps you got on you to take notice.
Good lamps? I'm hoping you mean her eyes. What in law is on your neck?
Oh, that? I call it my little passenger. I don't know why. The name just appeared in my head when this thing showed up on my neck.
Medical at 45. Don't move, and I'll try to cut it off.
Don't you dare! Or I'll cut something off you! Gosh, I'm sorry. I don't know where that came from. I just felt this urge to protect my little passenger, even if it means hurting you.
Okay. Got it. That's not normal behavior. How long have you been like this?
Couple of days. Ever since it showed up, I've been feeling happier and happier. I really can't imagine life without my little passenger.
So where did you find this little passenger?
I don't know. It just appeared one day. I guess I just picked it up while working in the orchards. Sometimes I wonder how it showed up, and I start to worry. But worrying feels bad, and I hate feeling bad, so I don't worry about it.
Hey, that's great. Can we change the topic?
Now I'd love to get you something. Maybe a couple somethings? Whatever you like, I can sell it to you at a low, low price.
Anything you can tell me about the orchards?
I'm so glad you asked. The orchards are my third favorite subject, with my first being Rizzo's fresh drinks and my second being Rizzo's confectionaries. Our orchard is 100% of Rizzo's total produce, which correlates to 112% of fresh goods throughout all of Halcyon. A few percent, of course. If you want to know more about each part of the orchards, might I recommend one of our fantastic tours? One of our bonus features.
I might be interested in hearing more about your tours.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that. Our tours are my fourth favorite subject. Every part of the orchards is so rich with Rizzo's lore. Buy a tour ticket and anoint yourself with knowledge.
What are my options?
We have 3 options: Premium Plus and Golden Ticket. Each option is wonderful in its own special way. Premium includes a 10-minute pass to the Sprat Petting Zoo. Premium Plus novelty Purpleberry and Amber. And the Golden Ticket is audio-guided in addition to being self-guided.
Okay, Rizzo's really pushing the hard sell, huh?
Huh? Oh no, Rizzo's doesn't make me recommend the tour. Helping customers just makes me even happier than I already am. And I bought. Happy workers lead to happy customers. Customers are repeat customers.
Gonna haunt my nightmares.
I'm not quite sure what you mean. There's really nothing better than feeling a euphoric sense of happiness and self-contentment. I'm pleased to sell you a tour ticket.
No thanks. Not for now.
I'd say that's a shame, but I'm just too delighted to be talking to you.
Okay. What do you have for sale?
Our alcohol stocks are larger than ever. And a good thing, too, because I just can't seem to stop myself from getting into them. Our products are just that good.
Okay, bye. Let's, go talk to Jacob.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Jacob is the current...
Calls for a harvest, I do believe.
current groundskeeper.
Well, sweet hello there, valued visitor. I am sure sorry to break it to you, but our orchards are closed to all officially guided tours at this precise moment in time.
Another one of those smiles. Starting to think there's something in the water, Cap.
Why, thank you! Rizzo's encourages all workers to put on a happy face when engaging with valued customers. Rizzo's does beseech you to please purchase one of our self-guided options if you're wishing to join one of our rejuvenative, relaxing, reformatory tours. Now with a Puzzle Hedges trademark maze hunt and special edition taste testing for an extra 35 bits a ticket.
Okay. You okay? You seem excessively happy.
Why, you say that as if it's a bad thing. I am quite overcome with happiness, indeed. You won't find a Rizzo's worker in all of Eridanos who isn't 100% thrilled in their day-to-day existence. It's part of our brand manifesto.
What do you mean?
Happy workers lead to happy customers. Happy customers are repeat customers. And repeat customers make the charts look better on our weekly profit reports. So if nothing else, it's my responsibility at all times to smile, smile, smile. And you know what never fails to bring a smile to my face? The breathtaking tours we offer throughout the orchards. Seasonally available for purchase in the Nut Hut.
In the Nut Hut. Tell me more about these orchards and the tour options.
Why, you're standing smack dab in the pride and joy of Rizzo's nearly natural product development sector. We call this fecund landscape the Purple Berry Orchards, since that's our main crop. But we also sow and grow mock apples, nanners, pea-free nuts, tarmac, and more. Rizzo's is pleased as Mock Apple Pie to offer 3 tiers of VIP tours. Premium, Premium Plus, and the Golden Ticket. All are available for purchase in the Nut Hut. Of course, tours of any access level must be suspended during a scheduled pollinization cycle. Our wasquitos are quite territorial and have been known to sting both workers and visitors alike.
Are you the groundskeeper?
Yes, indeedy. I've got the wondrous honor of having just been promoted to 3rd Keeper of the Grounds after the last one disappeared on the job. Gosh, I guess about a week ago now. Before my morning clock-in last Sunday, I was but a lowly nanner peeler picker on the line shift. Now I'm responsible for growing every twig and berry on this vast swath of fertile land.
Well, you didn't need to say twig and berry. You don't find it suspicious that the last groundskeeper went missing unexpectedly?
Heaven sweet, no. It's not like he was murdered. He simply disappeared without a trace and hasn't been heard from since. And the groundkeeper before that one? Well, she wasn't missing at all. Her body was found near hive control, covered head to toe in thousands of welts. No mystery, and certainly no murder with what happened there. I mean, you can't exactly hold some wasquitos on trial. Accidents do happen on the job.
What? Why are we glossing over the missing groundskeeper? No one knows what happened to him?
Can't speak for others, but I most assuredly don't. I reckon you could talk to my supervisor, the overseeing orchardist. He would know more. I used to ask questions, but gee, I just don't feel the urge to anymore.
What was that about wasp-mosquitoes and pollinization again?
Pollinization by killer wasp-mosquitoes, indeedy. It's cutting-edge Rizzo's technology. But don't you worry, valued visitor. Our pollinization cycles only run when the orchards are empty, for safety reasons. When a pollinization cycle finishes or is aborted, all wasp-mosquitoes are biologically programmed to return to the hive, their holding pen. Of course, the very last thing Rizzo's would want is a beloved tourist bumbling into the hive and triggering an unscheduled cycle, so you'd best steer clear of it for safety. You'll know the hive by its big, glimmering electric fencing.
All right, sounds good. Enough about the orchards.
Gosh, and goody gumdrops, but I could talk about the orchards till my lips fell off. Instead, let's talk about whatever interests you, because that's what interests me, too.
Okay, bye.
I can't stop you from poking around, but do be mindful of our pollinization hive. Wasp-mosquitoes tend towards aggressive at the best of times. There's a reason why we keep him behind an electric fence, you know.
Sounds good. Let's go. Let's go talk about that missing groundskeeper.
You're back, I see. Glad Slug hasn't managed to scare you off.
I think it's more of a wonder that nothing in these law-forsaken orchards has managed to kill them.
How's the investigation going? You got a complete report for me yet?
Still looking.
Well, at the moment, I can't do a whole lot with this vulture hanging over my shoulder. So I suppose you may as well take your time.
Really now?
There's
I've
something
already
else.
heard all this. Just can I can't ask about the missing. Okay. Well, we'll go in order. What's first? Stopping the automechanicals without destroying them. So you're fine. Oh, wait, the fried console might.
Beep, beep, beep. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
I'm not gonna let you try to infect me with your sorrow. I just want to be your friend.
Real funny.
Nice one.
Just wanted to make...
I just
Don't
want to
mess
make
with
you
us.
smile.
Well, I don't want you to. Yeah, I need to get into here. Hold on, there was another guy that, let me talk to him real quick.
Beep, beep, beep. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Beep, beep, beep. Timeline.
Carter Reynolds.
Hey, what are you doing in here? Are you authorized to be in the conservatory? Are you trying to give me a heart attack? Are you my ex-wife? No, she fell off the side of Eridanos under mysterious circumstances 6 years ago, conveniently rendering our marriage contract null. You must be the new, groundskeeper? That can't be it either, seeing how the new one hasn't died yet. Just who are you?
Lie 45. You were right. I've returned from beyond the grave to exact my revenge.
Very funny. If you were Edna, you would have stabbed me in the throat halfway through the second word of my first question.
Oh, this poor fella's lost his wits.
I'm getting old, damn it. And after a while, anything that isn't a plant gets hard to distinguish from anything that is. But no, you don't look like Edna. Though you do smell a bit like her, like blood and starship grease. You must be that freelance inspector. Well, I suppose you can poke around as you like. Bleeding hell. Standing up like this makes a body forget how stiff he gets, bent over plants all day. Oh, seems I'm not as young as I feel.
Do we know an Edna? You're a botanist, right? What do you do for Rizzo's?
I sit inside and I look at plants. Goal is usually to make Rizzo's fruit products hardier and sweeter, but for every success, there are a couple of hundred failures. Example, tried breeding native Tripicale with a foreign strain. Would have called it Hexticale. In the end, it bred so fast, workers were swallowed up before they could harvest it. That one, I think, can be attributed to the waspitos. Some lament their irritability, but their productivity is unmatched. What's a few dead workers in the architect's designs?
Wasp-mosquitoes are those angry flying bugs, right?
You say angry. I say efficient. Not only can our waspitos defend themselves, but Rizzo's investments as well. They come through the orchards only during pollination cycles, as dictated by our hive control operators, which means that visitors usually aren't on the receiving ends of their stingers.
engineering of 65, but if something goes wrong in the hive control, the mosquitoes could get out.
Well, yes, if there's an equipment malfunction. The pollinization cycle will have to be manually shut down, which means traveling to hive control while the mosquitoes swarm.
All right.
Exactly. That one.
These things are so dangerous. Why are they pollinizing the orchards?
Mosquitoes only pose a danger to enemies of Rizzo's and the occasional clumsy worker. Those risks are well worth it when you consider their value as a self-protecting investment. Besides, they aren't as dangerous as they seem, unless you're caught outside during a pollinization cycle. Then you'll probably get stung to death. Even then, the Hive Control Emergency Recall System ensures that only a handful of workers will die in the event of a breach. Rizzo's has just about thought of it all.
Sounds good. Okay, now let's go back to that computer.
And we're stalking, and we're stalking.
Yeah, you should probably whisper that we're stalking.
Beep, beep, beep. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Got it. Okay, I can't interact with it, so...
This console is 95% non-functional. Remaining 5% functionality stems from display reading console non-functional. Cause of shortout is most likely related to purple residue splattered all across the keyboard.
Let's go ahead and taste that residue.
Please stop tasting things, Captain.
Because she was there when I tasted the dirt. Alright, let's perform a chemical analysis.
Substance contains trace amounts of purple berries, fruit flavors, and artificial sweeteners number 35, number 49, number 240, number 322, number 314, and many, many, many others.
Alright, let's go ahead and inspect the console. It looks like several of the electrical panels were removed, then fastened back into place poorly. Okay. Someone deliberately or accidentally short-circuited the tower processing console by pouring a drink all over it. You uncover further evidence that someone was tampering with the internal electronics of the console as well. But I don't fix it. It's the dead saplings. Oh, that's control, so I could go there and destroy them, or I can go there and fix them. Well, and I obviously want to fix them. But how do I get down there?
Beep, beep, beep. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Bro is freaking... What do they call it? He's preserved, dude. Brake Shack. Are you frying up candy? Oh, there's another issue. Oops. Oh, I'll take it. Bro shit a whole can of beans. I need a way to get lower.
You're fast.
You're just a normal worker. Just dumb old donkeys.
Don't hurt me.
Okay. Do you know how to get to control room?
I'll fix you right up!
We'll just we'll get rid of these monkeys.
You! Solid kill!
Ow! You're about to get hit.
This is bad!
I know, they would stay alive longer if I put armor on them. I like the default outfits.
That's the last of them.
And it's normal difficulty, so it ain't too bad. Hey, it's the missing groundskeeper with an issue of Dissident Queen. Didn't think I'd find him so quickly. I thought he was stung to death. But I guess he got by primals. How? How do I get into the automechanical?
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby. Timeline discrepancy. Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Here, this perfectly blended in rock thing.
Timeline.
Incoming! I see you now!
Trying to not hit that robot so I don't have to. Get in trouble. He sprayed me with the purple berry. Oh, hey, freaking stop that.
Oh yeah, that's funny.
Oh, they're throwing it up. Oh, that's gross.
Nice. I just wanted to make you smile. Everyone all right? I just want to be your friend.
Exterminator automechanical access key card. I know where that is, so I'm not gonna hack it because I know where it is, because it's not that far away. It's it's this way. Just having a look around. Yep. Is that one alive? It is. Right in your junk, causing him to stagger.
Here we go. Kill confirmed.
We're not getting through.
We're done here.
Yep, and we were here before, so these aren't played in order, but I passed by here during the main quest, so you can get Pile Driver right here. This is a reloaded, so I could replay this quest, so I'm not going to care about grabbing it. But over here...
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
Over here was the keycard that I needed. Exterminator Auto Terminal Access Keycard. And oddly enough, there is a sublight guy here. Does make me feel like sublight is doing this. The Orchard Sowing and Reaping Facility. Welcome user keeper number 3. Let's go ahead and access the user logs. Last user was Summers, Anna. Occupation was an intern. Activity, Exterminator Automechanical Targeting Setting Reset was a success. User recording. Finally, you darn thing. Now, how do I... Activity, Exterminator Automechanical Targeting Priority, Sprats, failed, invalid parameter. User, oh, come on now, work with me here. Activity, Exterminator Automechanical Target Priority, Premials, failed, invalid parameter. Sparts, oh, she's spelling things wrong. Okay. User recording expletive detected, deleted. Deleted this thing, I'll figure it out later. Activity, no target priority set in 10 minutes. Auto defaulting to all, so it wasn't sublight. Product Productivity Report. Yields are up by 0.003%. Conclusion, the new fertilizer import from Edgewater is working wonders, and that fertilizer is people. Which is odd, because Edgewater is, Spacer's Choice. Edgewater isn't Rizzo's. Personal files. User logs found. Please note that all content on here is property of Rizzo's. 2 bits will automatically be deducted from user keeper 03's wages for each viewed entry. So, okay. We'll go ahead and please note that searching the archive will subtract 5 bits from the user's wage. I thought it was 3. Please abort as soon as you read the prior sentence to cancel the search. Searching the archived files, 3 archives were found, 5 bits subtracted from user wages, so already lost 5. We're gonna hit a new life, that's 10. 2 bits deducted from user's wages. Opening the log. What? Now it's only 2 bits? I always dreamed of living on Eridanos, but the science types always said it was impossible. The gravity'll crush your bones. There's no breathable atmosphere, blah, blah, blah. Well, that's why I've got this new groundskeeper position. And they're stuck on Terra too. When the execs are looking to promote somebody, they don't look at the doubters. Oh, I almost forgot the best part. The whole place is automated. Not only do I get a promotion, I also get to work less. All I need to do is make my way to the hive every so often to set the pollinization cycle. Aside from that, it's just keeping the local sprats from eating all the purple berries. Things are looking damn fine for Sandra Cullen. Let's go ahead and look at entry. I'm assuming she's dead. I don't gotta care about her getting charged. Entry number 2, or no, that was keeper number 1. This is keeper number 2. Hate this place. So they are all dead, because now they're at their 4th or 5th keeper. Wait, no, this says Sandra. Oh, never mind. I didn't read it. 2 bits deducted from user wages, opening log. Well, Sandra bit the big one. Company policy says, due to our marriage contract, I've got to take her position now. Something about discouraging workers from dying on the job, so here I am. Seeing her... Phil Cullen? Probably not. Seeing her body once they got the wasp mosquitoes to stop stinging it ain't been great for my entomophobia. Thinking maybe I grab a few spectrums and find somewhere to hole up until the execs think I've left or died or something. Thought about the purple puzzle hedges, but I seen a lot of people go in. Not a lot of people come out. No clue what might be lurking in there. I wish we'd stayed on Terra 2. P. Cullen. Next entry for Keeper 2, some jerk. Strange day today. Left the shack only to find a fellow I've never seen before standing out front. Had his hands deep in his pockets and was looking at me with an odd, hungry kind of expression. Said he either was a slug or worked for one, which caused me no small amount of confusion. Didn't have time to ask for clarification because he immediately started asking me for donations to keep the orchards running. First time I've seen a con man try to convince a shopkeep that he's actually the one minding the store. Hardly needs saying, but I took my claw rake and chased him off. Here's hoping I don't hear from that loon again, and there's no more messages from Keeper 2. Keeper 3 is the current final keeper. Open the last entry. Got a call from my boss telling me I was up for a promotion. Fuckers always hated me, so I knew there was a catch. I was right. This new job makes me miss the law-forsaken nanner peeler picker line. I never signed up to deal with gigantic swarms of killer insects. This place is a bad joke, and it ain't all that well told. Now the execs are telling me I've got to come in for some kind of medical treatment. Reckon it'd be safer to take a dive off the side of this floating planetoid. Won't be anything good, whatever's waiting for me. Jacob. Oh, so Jacob is the cause. Because Jacob is the last known. But then why would he say blast it all? No. Anna Summers was the last one. But Jacob is the last guy. So Anna Summers should not have been messing with this terminal. Recall the exterminator automechanicals. Oh, I can now question the Rizzo's intern. It was the intern. Okay. Found some evidence pointing to Anna Summers, an intern working at the orchards. Questioning her could help clear up what's going on. Let's go ahead and take care of this one next. See, I was thinking it was actually sublight, because we find a lot of sublight dudes.
Timeline discrepancy detected nearby.
And this is something I accidentally stumbled across, because I thought it was part of the main quest.
Analysis. This discarded canister is typical of the R-mounted storage tanks on the orchard's agricultural mechanicals. However, it is not currently attached to a mechanical. This canister contains a high amount of vinegar in addition to water. Warning. Use of vinegar, a known herbicide on purpleberry saplings, is a violation of Rizzo's agricultural standards.
Discrepancy amplifier. Where are these canisters usually kept?
These canisters can typically be found in the nursery storage building in the purpleberry orchards, except for this one, which can be found here.
Thanks, buddy. Initiate a deeper chemical analysis.
Chemical makeup of substance: 50% water, 50% vinegar. Trace amounts of woolly cow feces also detected.
Sounds good. Let's go ahead and leave. Now we need to just go and talk to the intern. Access the inventory records. Okay, please do not lick this terminal. You will be electrocuted. What the fuck are you talking? Current inventory item Gardener automechanical amount 23 or so. Status are beat up. Notes wasp mosquitoes keep stinging these, breaking their stingers and dying. Should probably keep them separate. Item mock apples and purple berries. A heck of a lot. Hard to count. Do we really got to number every single fruit? We've got more than enough. I guess I didn't read the whole thing, but sure. Item wasp mosquitoes. Amount couple hundred hives. Status real grumpy. Notes don't get stung by these. Item Spectrum vodka all colors. Amount 1 left. Status 1 shipment to the puzzle hedges. 1 to the nut hut. Notes swing by the nut hut with some of my savings later. Been a long week. So is that a way to get all flavors in one go? Use groundskeeper note. The purple berries are growing a heck of a lot faster than the automechanicals can pick them. I should be mighty perturbed by what we're wasting. But since I had that treatment, all I've felt is glad about things. Goodness, this promotion sure was a life changer. Speaking of, Rudy, I have a feeling you're reading this. Caught you a couple times peering at me from behind hedges and the like. How about you swing by my shack and we bury the hatchet? I'm a changed man since you recommended me for this promotion. Got a bottle of Spectrum vodka we can share, and a chapter of the brand new Halcyon Helen cereal. Knew you never liked that I got advanced copies. Come on by, Jacob. View overseeing orchidists note. Yarbo, I must admit that when your old superior described you as a misanthropic law-damned redacted, I did not expect you would ever acclimate to a position so many others have loathed. Productivity is at an all-time high, and what's more, you've not only impressed many visitors with your wonderful attitude, but you somehow seem to get along with the wasp mosquitoes, or at least they haven't killed you yet. I would like to offer you an unprecedented reward. One-time 15-minute break to be taken at your discretion. Well done, your Yarborough Hathaway. To Jacob from H. Carlos. Hypotheticals. So, Jacob, got a quick rhetorical question for you. Let's say rhetorically that one of the Wilderness Exploitation Reserve keepers got drunk and thought he'd indulge himself in some after-hours hunting. Let's say he theoretically released our primals. That's why primals are loose. And those primals theoretically proceeded to beat him to death with his own rifle, then escaped to the orchards. Obviously, I'm just worried for the sake of worrying, but if something like that were to happen, and I'm not saying it did, especially since such a screw-up could cost me my job, well, they didn't beat you to death, so you didn't do that. Theoretically, Rizzo's may have tested some of their products on these primals, and those primals may have acquired a taste for Rizzo's booze. Booze that I know you have stocked in the orchards. Look, if you see any wayward primals, and I'm not saying you will, please for the love of law send me a message, Huntmaster Carlos. Is that everything? Alright, Ann Summers. You don't seem to have...
Hey! Oh, wait. I'm supposed to say the slogan. Okay, you can do this, Anna. Here goes. It doesn't matter if you're you or me. We're all part of the Rizzo's family. How was that?
I thought that was a real good effort. Keep at it.
I can lie. That was completely splendid. You didn't embarrass yourself even in the slightest bit. I thought it was fine, so I don't think this is a lie.
No jest. Well, that's a wager I sure would have lost. Guess even a busted spectrometer can be right if you hold it to the light, huh? I'm sure you've guessed it, but I'm not the best at remembering slogans. And when I can't remember them, I tend to just make them up. But I guess that's why I'm just an intern and not a full-timer. At least, not yet.
You haven't been causing trouble in the orchards, have you?
What? No, that's ridiculous. I can't tell you I've never made any mistakes, but it'd be pretty hard to keep my job if I were trying to break everything. Though there was the time I tried to fix a broken hinge on one of our mosquito hives and released a swarm. Chased me around the orchards 3 times before I managed to get help.
Okay, well, considering the whole sting you to death thing, I feel like you got off easy.
Don't I know it? Worker friend of mine ran afoul of one of the swarms and had to get new kidneys. Not due to renal failure, but because the mosquitoes kept stinging his kidneys. Don't worry though, mosquitoes are typically only about when living folks aren't in the orchards.
So what happens if wasp-mosquitoes get out during visiting hours?
I am contractually obligated to tell you that mosquitoes never get out during visiting hours. But when they do, the only way to get them to return is to go directly to hive control and activate emergency recall, which isn't easy considering all the hives near control. But this is all a departure from what I wanted to say. I've been trying to help the orchards, not harm them. Hold a moment. You haven't found anything, have you?
Yeah, I found a strange substance on the processing console that have something to do with you?
Well, maybe. I might have had a supersized cup of mixed purpleberry punch and lemon slap that I might have knocked over when I was running routine diagnostics. Look, I know what you're thinking, but I have the proper permit to mix those drinks. I just left it in my other work uniform.
I don't know if I believe her, but she's really trying her best.
Hey, we have a lot of uniforms. It's hard keeping track of all your belongings.
Did you dump the drink before or after you removed the console's control panel cover?
How did you notice? The diagnostic normally takes hours, and that's only if humidity's low. I wanted to take the initiative to try and make it faster.
So she opened it up and dumped her cooling drink on top of it, is my guess. I found a toxic mix of fertilizer and weed killer on your purpleberry saplings. Your thoughts?
Why should weed killer affect saplings? Weed killer. It's in the name. It should kill only weeds. That really seems like it's more on product design than on me.
Seems a bunch of our exterminator automechanicals were on the warpath. Why did I say our? I don't work for Rizzo's. Know anything about that?
Well, yes. The orchards are becoming overrun with pests. Usually we give workers handguns and tell them to go to town, which results in many injured workers and a few dead sprats. Our exterminator automacs only kill mosquitoes, and even then, only if an exec somehow ended up in the orchards during a pollinization cycle. So I decided to do some reprogramming. The reprogramming was easy until I locked myself out of the terminal. Then, when I was running away from the bots, I dropped the terminal access card somewhere in the orchards.
And I've already found that key card, but someone picked it up and put it somewhere. Engineering 45. Bots were shooting anything larger than a wasp mosquito. Must not have recalibrated targets.
Believe me, I know that now. Guess I did sort of mess that one up. Law's alive. I really did think I was doing good by the orchards. But with all that you've told me, it sounds like I've done much more harm. I know it's a lot to ask, but is there a chance you could vouch for me to my boss? It might not seem like it, but I've been trying to take the initiative. I really do want to help.
And if she gets fired, she'll probably just get pink slipped and shot, because that's kind of just what happens. I don't know. Wouldn't that enable you to screw up even more? That sounds mean, but I want to see what happens.
Well, it could, but not if I'm given proper supervision. Everyone has to learn somehow, right? I guess I'm not sure what more to say. I suppose I just hope you'll make the right decision. If not for me, then for the rest of the Rizzo's workers.
Yeah.
Back again, eh? I knew you couldn't resist my charms for long. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with. Unless you already have, and I've forgotten. In which case, I probably won't forget a second time.
You're gonna get wormed. You see any sign of a beleaguered actor running around?
Oh, yes. I thought I saw someone who looked self-important enough to be her by the conservatory some time ago. Not to speak ill of the dead. I simply never liked the way she stole the limelight from the true star. Burbage 3001.
You're a Burbage fan?
I certainly am. That aerodynamic chassis, how the light glints off his rotund head, the way he enunciates, "Cry havoc, and let loose the canids of war." Excuse me, I got a little lightheaded there. Nobody does Shakespeare like Burbage. What were we talking about?
What about Spencer Woolrich?
Who?
That's showbiz.
I suppose so. I also suppose Helen won't be stealing the limelight ever again.
Don't think I've met an intern before.
It's not so different from being a regular worker, just with less pay and less respect. Oh, it's also more dangerous than traditional employment. You don't have the experience to back up your work yet, but being fired isn't any less threatening. Work-wise, I do a bit of everything. The orchards have been short-staffed as long as I've been working here. So if there's an odd job around, it usually gets passed to me.
Okay, how did you get your position?
Laws, you've got a sixth sense for finding the most embarrassing question, huh? My mother is the Rizzo's assistant vice president of flavor testing. She set me up with this position, mostly to keep me from troubling her work, I think. Consequently, I don't always feel like I deserve to be here. All the more reason to work harder, I say.
So a Nepo baby that doesn't want to be a Nepo baby. I take it you don't intend to stay an intern?
Much as I love delivering coffee and medical attention, not quite, no. Don't tell anyone I said this, but I sometimes feel that our workers could be treated a little better. Maybe only get electrocuted awake every other day? So I'm shooting for administration in Rizzo's. Maybe even the board itself. Best way to evoke change is from the inside, I think.
Well, the board probably won't be around for long if I have anything to say. Why be an intern if it's riskier than typical employment?
Much higher chance of promotion. If I can tough it out here without getting axed, I can skip the 5+ years of customer service I'd normally have to deal with. I can prove my merit here and move up in the world. And the sooner I do that, the sooner I can set to improving things for everyone else.
She's got heart, so I don't want her to get killed. Good luck with that.
I get the feeling you don't think I can do it. That's okay. Trying to improve the system from within isn't the most glamorous thing, but I think it's worth the effort.
That was actually a genuine good luck with that, but the other two options I didn't like. One of them tells you that people are going to manipulate you. The other one tells you no. I've learned my fill.
Happy to enlighten you on the fascinating world of internships.
Can I just hire her? Like, this is another character that I've encountered that I would rather take with me on my ship so that they don't get their lives destroyed and ruined.
Making it look easy.
Oh. It's just a dead body outside the door. Let's go ahead and just go. Let's go turn her in. Not turn her in, but turn this in. I gotta think of what I want to do with her. I don't know what that was. DeWitt?
You're back, I see. Glad Slug hasn't managed to scare you off.
I think it's more of a wonder that nothing in these law-forsaken orchards has managed to kill them.
How's the investigation going? You got a complete report for me yet?
I've completed my investigation.
All right, let's hear the details.
A drink was spilled over the processing console, shortening it out.
A drink? I ain't never heard of no saboteur dumping drinks all over equipment to destroy it. I hate to say it, but that sounds more like worker carelessness.
How many times do I have to tell you this, old man? Slug isn't behind your problems. Slug wouldn't even need to cause you problems. Your own workers do enough.
Okay, a herbicide was mixed in with the fertilizer, which ended up killing the saplings.
Ha! Knew Slug was behind the damn sabotage.
Please. We're subtle, but that's too subtle. If we wanted to destroy your saplings, you'd have known them by the blackened remnants of their stems, not some half-assed poisoning.
I took care of the roaming exterminator automechanicals, or automechs.
Huh. You didn't destroy any of them? Reckon I would have lost that bet. Thanks.
One less expense for you to explain to your bosses, Hathaway. Lucky you.
So what were the fine details of the sabotage anyhow? Were Slug's lackeys trying to get the mechanicals to kill all our waspitos?
You're worried that Slug is trying to mess with your livelihood?
Of course. And what better way to do that than by targeting our pollinizers? They'd be a hell of a pain to kill manually. But if you set the mechanicals to do it...
In your delusional fantasy, the waspitos wouldn't be out until next pollinization cycle. Wouldn't someone notice the rampant mechanicals beforehand?
That seems like a question you should be asking yourself.
Is there a way to manually initiate a pollination cycle?
Well, yes, it's possible to manually start and end cycles in Hive Control, but we keep a careful watch on it. And there have been no non-Rizzo's personnel in or out.
Stop wasting everyone's time, Hathaway. What you're proposing is infinitely less likely than an idiot maneuver by one of your incompetent workers. I won't hear any further slander. Let's go through this one final time so even you can't confuse it, Hathaway. Slug didn't do a damn thing to your orchards. You're chasing ghosts.
Talk about ghosts all you like, but someone was screwing with my orchards. If it wasn't Slug, then who the hell was it?
Okay. Can I get him to train her? Anna Summers caused your problems, but she didn't do it on purpose.
Summers? The intern? I didn't really take her for a meddlesome type. But now that I think about it, that's why she'd be a perfect saboteur. I'll deal with her later. Right now, we of the orchards have to settle things with Slug. I reckon that you're about as impartial a third party as we're gonna get. Can you mediate?
Ah, what the hell. The orchardist seems to get off on complicating what should be a simple deal, but at this point, I just want to be paid and go. The pollen in the air is agitating.
Okay. Well, I don't care about companies, so Rizzo's will have bits to spare after the Brown unveiling. You could pay then with interest.
Never like paying bits if I ain't gotta, but you're right. If we get production finished now, we'll be able to pay later. Thoughts, Slug Boy?
I think that's the first interesting suggestion I've heard since our back and forth began. Slug can wait for an increase in costs. I hope we won't have this conversation again.
Now that that's out of the way, we can discuss the intern. If she was really causing all that trouble, I will delight in severing her from her job.
Your intern confessed being inept. She honestly seemed like she just wanted to help.
Even if I were inclined to believe you, that's some damn severe incompetence you're talking about. I still wouldn't want someone like that working the orchards.
That just sounds wrong. You could be of use to each other. perhaps, but it's the only. I don't want to send her to unemployment. Unemployment means death, and I think you should just keep her. No, so perhaps you could be of use to each other.
What the hell are you proposing? Let her burn the orchards down while I stand behind her and applaud? We ain't got nothing to exchange.
The intern's an earnest worker. I bet she could do an excellent job here with your guidance.
She wants to help, does she? You know what? I'll call your bluff. She can keep at it with close supervision, but if she screws up even once, she's out. Here's your pay, with a little extra for getting to the bottom of things. It's gonna be real interesting in the orchards for the foreseeable future. Thanks, I guess.
Okay. I just got paid $22.50 twice. If you had that money, what?
So,
whatever.
our situation is finally resolved. At the end of the day, it's almost amazing how easily you were able to solve both of our issues. Shame you aren't living in Byzantium. Could have been an intercorporate diplomat. But at the moment, I'm more than pleased to take advantage of your considerable skill. Thanks for ending this nightmare, Inspector.
No problem.
I've still got some paperwork to work out here, but after that, goodbye, orchards.
Well, that's that, I reckon. Much as I would have liked you to send slug packing, I can't deny that your solution was damn slick. Wish you'd been there at the annulment of my last marriage contract. Maybe then my ex-husband wouldn't have my house, our teacup cained, and 20,000 of my bits. Sorry. Reliving past trauma. Thanks for working things out.
That was it?
One way or another, slugs out of the orchards. Guess that's something to be excited about.
I've got a teacup cained. I wonder if he would have mentioned his husband's name and it would have been the guy who I have Anubis from. That would have been funny as shit. Anna?
I got a message from my boss, and it wasn't pack your bags and get the hell off the planetoid. I get the funny feeling I've got you to thank for that. Mr. Hathaway said he knew about all my screw-ups across the orchards. I was afeared he was readying the axe, but instead he said I could still work here with his supervision. He sounded ready to blow a blood vessel or two, so I guess I'll have to really earn my keep now. Thanks for sticking your neck out for me. You and Eridanos won't regret it. I'm just so amazed that things ended up working out. I don't care what Mr. Hathaway says. The orchards aren't so bad.
All right. Why is there a giant landmine in here? We're done with... Name of quest I've already forgotten. Faithful to thee, Rizzo's in our fashion.